Right, hello and welcome to this week's weekly challenges in Gran Turismo 7. So we have 5 events to complete to win 3 brand new prizes, which consists of 1 credit ticket for 100,000 credits, a second credit ticket for 200,000 credits, and lastly a 6-star roulette ticket for completing all 5 events. So some decent prizes. Super fun to see that we actually have a roulette ticket this week. Hopefully I don't get an exhaust system, but hey, let's dive straight into the event. So first up, we have a pickup truck race around Willow Springs. Now this event, we see it is 3 laps around Willow Springs International Raceway, and something that was interesting about this event, it actually happened at dusk or evening. I'm not really sure what time of day they said that, but it was dark, and my vehicle of choice for this event was the Ford Raptor, which was slightly modified. And by slightly modified, I mean it was engine swap producing 1400 horsepower. So it was an absolute rocket ship around the circuits. I mean, I was setting lap times around the 1 minute 20 second mark, which frankly is quite impressive. It's a very short event, it's only 3 laps, and you should be able to bang it out in just over 4 minutes or somewhere around that mark. So it's a very quick event and nothing that's really stressful. But I know it's a pickup truck race. People aren't really fans of pickup trucks, but hey, if you have one that's producing this level of power, it is a lot of fun. So for the second event, we see a European Clubman Cup 600. Now for this event, out of this week's challenges, this was the hardest challenge yet, because for some reason I decided, you know what, let me make it more challenging and use a vehicle around the 600 performance points mark. So first thing I tried was my Audi TT that was upgraded and just leveled up to 600 performance points. It did well, but my main competition was V Gallo, and he was just absolutely running away from me in his Alfa Romeo Giulia, and I didn't thought, let me not waste my time with this. I then jumped into the Mercedes AMG GT, and even with this vehicle with better tires and with added weight to bring it down to 600 performance points, I could only manage to get second position. So after 2 failed attempts, I knew I had to bring out the big guns and basically cheese the event. And to do that, there was no other vehicle besides the Aston Martin Valkyrie. If you guys are a regular for my weekly challenge videos, then you will know I am completely obsessed with the Aston Martin Valkyrie, as it is the ultimate hypercar that you can drive in Gran Turismo 7. This thing is great on straights, corners, braking, whatever you throw at it. This vehicle is fantastic, except when it comes to high top speed. But look, with the circuit we aren't going to experience that, but what we are going to experience is the pure handling. And with the Aston Martin Valkyrie, I found myself in first position before the end of the first lap. Yes, this vehicle is insanely fast, insanely broken compared to the other vehicles you will be running against. So hey, it's up to you what vehicle you want to use, if you want to do this event properly, or if you just want to cheese it to move on to the next event. For the third event, we see a one-make race for the Alpine A110. Now this is the special event for the week, and we see it is gonna take place at Edgar Nordwand reverse layout. I know I probably butchered the name of the circuit, but one thing, I am getting tired of the reverse layout. Like, let's just use the normal layout. But hey, look, this is as I said, one-make race. It's 7 laps, so it is a bit more of a lengthy event. And if your Alpine A110 is engine swap like mine, it is going to be very powerful for this very tight circuit, but you should be able to bang out lap times around the 1 minute 5 second mark on average. So it should take you maybe less than 8 minutes to do this event, but hey, it is not really that challenging if you use a super overpowered Alpine A110. But if you have the standard one, even fully upgraded, that is going to be a much better fit for this event. But hey, look, your engine swapped Alpine will still get the job done. It's still going to be a blast, but your biggest challenge is just trying to keep the Alpine going in one direction. But hey, with that being said, let's move on to the next event. Event 4, we are looking at a historic sports car masters. Now this event is happening at the Nürburgring, the Nordschleife layout. It is a one lap event, and well, there are quite a few restrictions for this event. For this event, I jumped into my Lamborghini Miura P400, and this vehicle had slight modifications, and by that I mean it's on sports hard tires. And we see I added a ballast, I set it to 7, and balance positioning all the way to the front at -50. Now this event was challenging because with these vehicles it had to be a road car under 580 performance points, at least from 1960, but nothing newer than 1990. So you have quite a limited selection of vehicles you can choose from, and for me this was the go-to for this event. It was fun considering the fact that this Lamborghini lights up its rear wheels and you really gotta battle the vehicle, and that's also maybe the reason why I had a bit of a skill issue and end up spinning out in this vehicle. But that did not matter because I still had enough time to catch up to first position and make the overtake. So the Lamborghini is more than capable of getting this event done, but generally you going around the Nürburgring in a classic vehicle when the stakes are so high, because if you make a few mistakes you only have one lap, so you don't really have that much time to make up and cover ground. So if you do make a mistake, try and make it early in the event, because if you make a big mistake towards the end you might as well restart, because with the vehicle having a 580 performance points rating cap, well, you aren't really gonna have that much of an OP vehicle compared to the opponents you are going to be racing against. So just keep that in mind when trying out this event. And lastly, we are looking at a WTC 800 around Catalonia circuit. Now this was a 10 lap event, so it was a bit of a lengthy event. I think it took me over 22 minutes to complete this event. So look, for this event I jumped into my Jaguar XJR9, which is my go-to now for WTC 800 events, because the vehicle has enough power. Since it's a Group 1 vehicle, it has great fuel economy, a lot better than the vehicles you are going to be coming up against, and because of that it's just setting you at such an advantage against the opponents. Now a lot of people may consider this cheesy in the event, and I am one of them. Look, you can jump into a Group 3 vehicle, try it out like that and do it properly, but for me I just wanted to get the event done as quickly as possible with no stress, and that is exactly what this vehicle offered. I had a no pit stop run, and I managed to just be setting lap times around the 1 minute 45 second mark, so not too shabby and a lot faster than the AI, which are going to be setting lap times around the 1 minute 47 mark. So look, as the event goes on, you will slowly work your way up the grid. Don't stress, you will make it to first position before the end of the race, because the AI will need to go into a pits to refuel and change tires. So look, you are going to have the advantage over them and you are going to be good to go. So this week's events are honestly not too shabby. I enjoyed them. I will say highlights of the week is actually the historic sports car masters around the Nürburgring. There was something about that event that was just so adrenaline pumping, and you really need to be on top of your game, otherwise you are not gonna get the win. So look, let me know your thoughts on this week's events, and let me know in the comments which is your favorite event of the week. And with those being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.